It's Greg Wertenberger, and I teach 8th and ninth grade honors physical science at Benton Junior High School. My experience in the Strive program helped me and my students explore how STEM knowledge and skills are essential for a variety of careers, even some of those that are not typically thought of as being STEM related. I worked at Garvan Woodland Gardens for my placement with the Strive program, and I had the opportunity to see how people utilize STEM knowledge and skills in a variety of careers. I had the opportunity to work with the team that organizes the holiday lights display at Garvan Gardens. I even had a chance to learn how to use a MIG welder to help make repairs on some of their light displays like this panda pictured here. I also had the chance to learn how to operate a mini excavator as I worked with the horticulture team and spread some new topsoil over Daffodil Hill. I had a chance to work alongside some of the folks who organize some of the educational programs and special events like weddings and artistic performances throughout that keep the Garvin Gardens as one of the premier tourist locations in Garland County near where I live. So one of the things that I experienced throughout my placement was that staff members at Garvin Gardens use their STEM knowledge and skills to design solutions to make sure that the gardens are a safe and welcoming environment for visitors. So one of the challenges that I experienced while I was there was working alongside the building and maintenance team as they made some repairs to this little cottage that needed a fresh paint job and some replacement of some wood siding that had rotted. And that really provided the inspiration for a problem-based lesson that I was able to develop and bring to my classroom with my students. So my lesson engaged students in investigating how properties of paints, primers, and wood sealers can help prevent wood rot connected to a real world problem that we experienced in the placement. My students had an opportunity to kind of take on some industry inspired roles like the executive director and an architect and a building supervisor as they researched some of the properties of different wood treatment solutions. And they developed some testable questions and conducted investigations to help gather evidence for how those different treatments exhibited some properties like adhesion and drying time that were related to some particle level forces that hold those materials together, which really relates to one of our standards in physical science. My students then put together all of their research and learning into a presentation where they suggested the best solution for wood ceiling at a new construction project that was being implemented at Garvin Gardens. So here we see some ways that my students were able to engage in that investigation and planning and carrying out some of their investigations and collecting research about some of the properties of paint and wood sealing solutions. They looked at properties like drying time and adhesion. They looked at surface tension, and they were able to collect data, develop some explanations that supported some of the additional evidence that they did, or some of the different additional research that they did outside of their investigations that they set up. The learning outcomes for this particular lesson were that students could design a testable question about the properties of materials used to prevent wood rot, that they could plan and conduct an investigation to gather data to answer their testable question, that they could construct an explanation supported by evidence, and that they could describe examples of how professionals use STEM knowledge and skills in their careers. So my team had a common assessment that we gave pre and post tests related to this unit. And as demonstrated here, we saw an overall 22% of students that showed an increase in their performance from pre to post on this particular assessment, with 13% increase in the number of students who were meeting proficiency on that post-test assessment. I also gave students the STEM Career Interest Survey in both October of the fall semester and then again in December. And you can see that the average scores in each of those areas increased in all four parts of that STEM Career Interest Survey. This slide shows you a little bit better about how that their agreement or disagreement or neutral feelings kind of broke down. Students expressed an increase in possible future careers in the areas of science, technology, and math. And the number of students who disagree that they would be interested in a future career in engineering decreased from the pre to the post-test survey. Overall, the Strive program gave my students and myself an opportunity to see how knowledge and skills are used in everyday careers, and I would encourage any teacher who is interested in helping their students learn more about STEM related careers to definitely participate in the Arkansas Strive program.